This should be the last video for the Chronos Talos Magnetization I've been working on. You can see I've got two of them actually put together. Everything on them that's an option to be switched out in between the two is magnetized. I've got these bits down here magnetized also. Try to go through them a little, maybe one by one. Explain what I did with each one. They start out with the shoulder piece. You can see, as I've shown previously, one in the shoulder, one in the joint there, and you can attach this piece to it, which also attaches the close combat weapons that you can switch out in it. Or you can attach the chain flail piece, like that, so that right arm's pretty much just a switch in between a chain flail or a close combat weapon. When you get to the left arm, it gets a little more complicated. You have a toxin injector. You can see where I've put the in the top piece right here, I've put a magnet to hold the carapace piece of the forearm guard, because this piece also has to go on the liquefier gun part, which you can see where I've put that in this piece. Or you cannot have the liquefier gun piece, and a close combat weapon can slip into that side also. Take a closer look at these pieces. You can see I did have to change something on this. You have to make sure the angle of the magnet's not tipped up too much, because where I cut off that piston right there to make it sleeve in, you have to make sure that the angle's good enough that it's going to hide the piston in there like that. If you don't have the angle good, the piston could sit out like that and it just looks horrible. Not that it looks fabulous now, but it's passable. And then for all the tailpiece weapons, said earlier, I got the one magnet flush there. I probably could have gotten away without even drilling in and just having, maybe carving out a little and placing the one magnet here. And then I got the one magnet up here with a little one set into the carapace piece for the gun. And what I did, this is just a 1/16 of an inch magnet, but I cut off the tabs, and right in the middle of where the tabs was, I just did a tiny indent with a pin vise. And when you're doing it, you can tell when you're getting close, but you just do it real slow turns. When you're getting close, you can start to see the plastic on the other side discolor. But you really just want kind of a little bit of an indent to sit in, because these aren't really, and it holds it on there loose, but it still holds it on there. You never really get a great magnetization with that 1/16 of an inch. But I have all those, and then of course they go on the tail piece. I did have to take the tail piece out again and angle it up a little, because once I set it on the Talos, it still fell down a little, so I had to do something to get it to angle up. And then for the face pieces here, I did kind of the same thing I did on the carapace for the Talos gun. This piece here, I just did a little indentation, and then the best thing to do is take a magnet on the other side, or a group of magnets that you can hold, and that helps hold that in place. And then you can do a drop of glue, and if you wiggle the magnets on the opposite end of it, you can also get the right polarity. You don't have to worry about it flipping on you, but you can move it around in the glue to get good coverage on the glue. But it's just indented just a little bit. I pick up the Chronos and you can see how I drilled into the head, but I left a recess there, so even if the magnet did push in a little, it would sink into the hull. But get the camera over here and I'll just deconstruct real quick, show you how everything comes off of it. Got the Chronos here, and the top vanes come off, the mask comes off, the arms come off. I did on both of the arms go back in and put another magnet in. Where I had a 1/4 inch magnet on the inside, it still didn't have a strong enough pull because the plastic was blocking, so I drilled in to have free air in between this piece and the magnet on the inside, and there was enough indent to put another magnet, so I just went ahead and put another magnet in there to hold it. Of course, all these little bitty pieces come off. They don't hold on there superb, but as long as you're not having the middle mess around with it a whole lot. And then this piece comes off, and this piece comes off, and then the bottom piece comes off, and you're pretty much left with all that glued together. Of course, I don't have it glued onto the base yet, but then I could swap out and put all the pieces from the Talos on there if I wanted to. Take a Talos head, I could slap the tail on there, and a tail weapon. This one cocks up a little, but it beats it going down. Put the carapace piece on. I got all these pieces put up right now, but you could take an arm piece and put it on. Put that forearm guard on the toxin injector. The toxin injector and liquefier gun tend to have a little bit of weight to them, so that they don't hold as good, but that extra magnet helps some. Could put the other arm here. And the vanes and the other pieces I have put up right now, so I'm not going to put those on there, but tail's flopping around on me a little. It gets off just a little bit, but and of course here's the Talos actually put together. And all the pieces will come off it too. Take the liquefier gun out. Take that forearm guard off. Take the forearm off, shoulder out. Take the shoulder out, the chain flail comes off that piece too. Tail gets a little wobbly. So you can take the carapace off the gun. Take the gun off. Tail comes off, guards come off, all these little fiddly arms come off. Those are probably one of the things that don't have the best magnetization to them. The bottom piece comes off, helmet comes off, and they could make a Chronos out of that, or make another Talos with a different weapon option. Of course, if you want a different weapon option, you wouldn't have to take it all off, but that pretty much completes that project. Just a little cleaning up where some excess glue goes on, and I have two paint engines that can be either a Talos or a Chronos. Talos can come with whatever weapon options I need, and so can the Chronos. Thank you.